Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a tutorial on this look right here. Me and my husband went on a date the other night. Hasn't happened in a very long time, just the two of us. And I kind of wanted to get a little more dolled up for him, or really for myself. So yeah, I used a bunch of new products that I kind of shared with you here and there in this tutorial. I've been really liking them, and I actually used one product that I didn't use on my date night. I actually used for the first time in this tutorial. I'll kind of talk about that at the very end. But anyways, let's go on and get started. Starting off to prep my skin, I'm going in with the Kevin Aquan Sensual Skin Primer. This is actually new to me. This is the first time I'm using it here in this video, and a lot of people have been talking about this lately, and if you want to hear a mini review, just wait to the end and I kind of talk about using it for the first time. It's supposed to be nourishing, hydrating, and blurring, so it's got everything in it. For foundation, I'm going in with the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. This is like my favorite foundation of life. I love it, and the color match for me is just perfect. Even when I have a little bit more color, I can still make this work on my skin. So I'm just kind of swiping that all over my face, and then I'm going to go in with my Real Technique sponge and just kind of blend it out. To brighten my under eyes that look so tired, I'm using the MAC Prep and Prime in Radiant Rose. This is just like a really pink toned kind of like highlighter pen, and I'm just kind of putting that in my inner corners and kind of brushing it outwards and then blending it out with my Real Technique sponge. I love this brightener. Really in my dark in my like corners there I get really dark, so this just helps kind of brighten them up before going in with concealer. For concealer, I'm going in with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I've really been enjoying this, especially putting it over a brightener. I feel like it really just kind of brightens my under eyes, makes it look really smooth and awake, and this consistency is really creamy. Doesn't settle, it looks great underneath the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and place that. I kind of blend it out with my fingers, and then I go in with my Real Techniques to really just blend it out even more and kind of just push it and melt it into my skin. I do feel, however, this concealer needs setting, so I am going in with the Hourglass setting powder. It's not really a setting powder, it's kind of a highlighter, an incandescent light. It's kind of a very brightening, almost highlighter looking powder, and it just really brightens up the under eyes. For powder all over, I'm going in with this new Eco Tools full powder brush, I believe it's called, and I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. I've been really enjoying this. It gives kind of a blurring effect to the skin, but it's so lightweight. It really just sets my foundation without feeling cakey or heavy. It's really the perfect kind of powder for dry skin. For brows, I'm going in with this Benefit Goof Proof, and I didn't talk about this at the end, but I really don't love this eyebrow pencil. It's a little dry for me, and the color is just a tad too warm. I like something a little bit ashier, a little bit cooler, and the shape of this is just not my favorite. The shape is kind of like the Brow Definer by Anastasia. I don't really like that either. I like something a little bit more fine and thin to kind of make a more natural brow look, but I don't mind it. It's just not my favorite. Then I'm just going to set those bad boys with my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel real quick. Little coat of this, and they will stay all day. For cream bronzer, I'm going in with the Sonia Kashuk cream bronzer in Warm Tan. And yes, I know, cream before powder, but I'm going in with it and it works, and that powder is so lightweight that I can actually get away with this. So I'm kind of just laying this down as a base in my contour areas, and then I'm going to go in with a bronzer on top to just kind of set that bronzer and make it last all night long. For my bronzer, I'm using the Bobbi Brown bronzer in medium. I like the combination of these two bronzers. The Sonia Kashuk one is pretty warm for my skin tone, and the shade medium by Bobbi Brown is a little bit cooler and a little bit more natural. So the two together just give a really nice bronzy look. I like the look together. It looks really nice. For blush, I'm going in with the Benefit Rockateur. This is like an oldie but goodie, and I've been really enjoying the color of this, and I kind of pulled it back out and started using it again, and I'm like, kind of like this. So I'm just popping that on my cheeks for my blush. Another cult favorite, I'm going in with Becca Opal. Haven't used this in a while, so I decided to pull it out, and I think it's great for a date night because it's pretty intense. And I'm just kind of going on my cheekbones. I'm going to go down my nose, a little bit on the nose, like the tip of the nose, and I just put it all over. I'm priming my eyelids with this Urban Decay primer potion, and this is the anti-aging one. I've talked about this a little bit, but it's extremely smoothing. If you have kind of crepey, really wrinkly, loose skin eyelids, this will help your eyeshadow go on so much smoother. I cannot do my makeup without it now. I'm kind of addicted to it. It really just smooths it out, and my eyeshadow goes on so much more seamlessly. For eyeshadow, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Ultimate Basics palette. I'm starting off with the shade Commando, and I'm using a big fluffy brush, and I'm just starting in the crease and kind of working upwards and just kind of spreading this out to start my crease color. I'm going to go pretty heavy in my crease for this look, so this is just the start of all the layers. Using that same brush, I'm going in with the shade Faith and kind of keeping this a little bit more precise and not working it upward so much, just kind of sweeping it back and forth, layering it right over that Commando shade. Using a little bit more of a precise blender, I believe this is the MAC 217. I'm not really sure. I can't remember the number. But I'm going to take the shade Extra Bitter, and I'm going to really just define and kind of do kind of a cut crease, just really, really concentrating in at my crease all the way from the outer edges of my eye all the way to the inner corners. Kind of keeping it right in that center and kind of on the outsides, kind of in the outer V area. Using the same brush, I'm going in with the shade Lockout. I'm just going to kind of tap this on the outer corners just to kind of deepen it up and soften that really orangey shade, kind of make it a little more neutral and not so bold. And I really find that just helps define the eyes. I really kind of want to make sure that I keep that inner corner and kind of the inner lid there really just open and ready for the next shade that we will use. Then I'm going to take whatever is left over on that brush and just kind of sweep it on my lower lash line. I find that just whatever product is left over, it makes for a very easy smoked out effect on the lower lash line, and it just works out very, very nicely. Then I'm going to take the shade Below, and this is just a really kind of nice highlight shade just to give a little bit of pop up there, because we're going to be really, really glittery and bold on the lids. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Blackjack on a very, very precise angled liner brush, and I'm just going to tap this on the pretty tightly on the lower lash line. I kind of want to give a liner look without putting an actual pencil liner there. I find that when I put a pencil liner there, it gets a little bit thicker than I really like. So I'm going in a little bit more precisely with an angled brush. Okay, I'm sure you're really curious. This is the Stila Magnificent Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow, some long name, in the shade Kitten Karma. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking whatever product is on that doe foot applicator, and I'm starting in the inner corners and just brushing it out to kind of the middle of my lid. I find that if you sweep it out just a little bit and kind of wipe a little bit of the excess off before you apply, it applies very evenly. I don't get too much fallout when I'm doing this, and it's really, really pigmented. So you have to be a little bit careful, but it turns out really nicely. Then I'm going in with the L'Oreal Lacquer Liner in black. This is just a gel liner that is jet black. I actually like using gel liner over this Stila eyeshadow because the Stila eyeshadow has a lot of glitter and fallout. I kind of just take my liner brush and just kind of tap the gel liner on the lash line very, very tightly. If you brush too much, you will get fallout, and I actually did get a little bit of fallout, but you just kind of have to be a little careful. For lashes, I'm using the Lancome Lash Primer, the Sills Booster XL, and I'm using my Dior Iconic Overcurl Mascara for my mascara. I'm just applying that like I always do. This is like my favorite combination of life. I love it. It makes my lashes look really big and fluffy, just like I applied false lashes, but I didn't. All right, for lips, I'm using the IT Cosmetics Your Lips But Better lip liner in Buff Nude. This has been my go-to nude lip combo. It's always in my purse lately. I've been using it for like the past 2 months, and I cannot get enough. So I pretty much just line the outer edges of my lips, and then I fill it in with this lip liner. Let me tell you, it stays all day. This stuff does not budge. Then on top, I'm going to use MAC's Creme de Nude, which is an oldie but goodie. It's a very, very nude lipstick. So the combination just gives me like that perfect nude lip. I absolutely love it. It's perfect. So this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of date night tutorial. I had fun making it, and I actually loved our date night when I wore it too. It was really pretty. I just want to quickly go over some really quickly. I promise I won't keep you. I just want to talk about some of the products that I used really quickly. I mentioned this in my favorites, the Ultimate Basics by Urban Decay, this Naked Ultimate Basics. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. I think it's so good. Like, I've been wearing this pretty much every single day. I really, really like the eyeshadows in it. And I have to say, this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the anti-aging, like, if you have any type of like crepiness, fine lines, if you have a hard time blending because of that, you need this primer. It makes like eyeshadow just like blend so much easier, and everything just goes on so much smoother. And maybe I haven't used this with other eyeshadows, but this obviously I've only used same brand, so I don't know if it just works better with Urban Decay shadows, or I don't know. I have to try this out with other eyeshadows now because it just makes them blend and just melt into my eyes so much easier. Like, I love this, it's awesome. I'm sure you're curious about the Stila, what is it, Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. It's a really long name. I had the shade Kitten Karma, and I've worn this 4 times now, and this will be my 5th time wearing it. I really do think it's beautiful. It's very easy. It's an easy way to use glitter. Now, do I think you need the whole range of these? No. Personally, I don't wear glitter on the daily. I wear glitter on a date night, or, you know, when I want to get glammed up for a special event. This isn't going to be an everyday eyeshadow for me. Now, if you want to wear glitter every day, you go for it and you get all the shades. But for me personally, like, this is all I need. I won't be picking up any more of them. I will say for fallout, there's a little bit of fallout, especially if you tap your brush. If you want to just put it all over your lid and then leave the rest of your eyeshadow, it won't, I don't think it will kind of fall. But when I put my brush in there, there's a couple specks that fall down. Now, that's nothing compared to when you actually like pack on glitter. Usually there's just tons and tons and tons that fall down. And as far as longevity, I don't find whatever kind of falls when I'm blending it out with a brush, that's all that falls out for me. I didn't have any extra fallout. One thing that I do have to say that I don't really like, the longer I wear this, like if I wear this for like a full day, which I did 2 times, it's really irritating to my eyes. My eyes start to water, they start to itch, and I just want to like rub my eyes. So this for me isn't very long wearing. I can wear it for a date night, and it wouldn't bother me. I'd have to just take it right off when I get home, but for like an actual like long day, it did kind of irritate my eyes a little bit. But it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. Like, it's a really pretty glitter. It's beautiful. Okay, and then the last thing, this is actually the first time that I use this product in this video, and I already have thoughts about it. Let me tell you, it's so good. This is the Kevyn Aucoin, the Sensual Skin Primer, and I actually did receive this from Kevyn Aucoin. I know, like, what? But it is so good. Oh my gosh, it literally, to me, it feels like the Makeup Forever Nourishing Primer. And the fact that it feels really nourishing. It's not like overly hydrating, but it feels like it's really nourishing my skin, and a little bit of hydration goes into your skin, and it feels kind of tacky on the skin. I will say this is lighter weight, a little bit lighter weight than the Makeup Forever, but it still kind of leaves that little bit of tackiness, which I like, because I feel like then this foundation kind of like melts into that and then doesn't get into my skin. I don't know, I feel like it's a good barrier. And this stuff like blurs my skin. Like, I could have just worn this on its own and it like blurred out any imperfections. I swear it like calmed any texture that I have down on my skin. It just like smoothed everything out, and my foundation laid so nicely on this. I'm obsessed. I don't know how longevity, because obviously I just tried it today, but I will keep you guys updated on that. It's so good so far. Looks really nice. I really like it. Okay, this I haven't even shown you guys, but I've been using it and I just picked it up recently. This is the Eco Tools. This is their full powder brush. And I just wanted to quickly mention this. I used it in the tutorial. I really like how it lays powder down. It's really fluffy, it's really soft. I like the shape of it. I love like a pointed shape like this. I think it lays down powder so much nicer. It is really soft and fluffy. The only thing I really don't like about it, to be honest with you, is that this handle goes to a point. It feels weird in my hand. I mean, that's just being really stupid picky, but it's really affordable brush, and it's so soft. Okay, you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and kind of mini review at the end. Let me know if you like it in the comments down below. Like this video if you liked it, and if you're not subscribed, stay a while, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.